So I'm sure that you watched a ton of videos online highlighting the new vehicles from different content creators, and you already know that the Su-27 is going to be one of the best aircraft in game. But today I have compiled this video and tested every single aircraft, and to be fairly honest with you guys, the Su-27 is not going to be the top dog. But we will talk about that in a little bit. So let's start off with the F-15, and on the dev server, the F-15, well, it was a little bit of a headache since it can rip its wings extremely easily when you're just turning at high speeds and pulling high Gs. That has been fixed. Since this video's making, like right now, they updated the dev server and they fixed all of that. So the plane is good, we just still have to see how it performs on the live server. I think it needs a little bit of tweaking here and there, but to be fairly honest, it's your typical American experience for me. It's not something that the F-16 doesn't offer. I know that these words will like offend a lot of people because they love the F-15 over the F-16, but they're kinda relatively the same playstyle, especially when it comes to BVR and all of that. Now the Americans are getting the let's say the better F-15 when it comes to well, maneuverability and basic performance, and the F-15J is going to be the least performing out of all the F-15s, but it compensates with its AAM-3 air-to-air missile. To be fairly honest with you, throughout my testing through, well, the dev server and everything, I don't see any variation between it and the AIM-9M. Both have slow smokeless motors, both pull extremely hard Gs, and yeah, the IRCCM on them is busted. Like, it's, for me, at least on the dev server, I felt like it's literally a copycat of the AIM-9M. Moving over to the plane that everybody is talking about, and that's the Su-27. I think, and I'm not sure, that we got the Su-27S. I am not entirely sure on that, so don't quote me on that one. When it comes to the Su-27, it's literally a full package. If that plane gets something missing, it's going to be terrible for it. You can have it with a configuration of 6 R-73s and 4 R-27ERs, or you can have it with a configuration of 4 R-73s, 2 R-27 ETs, and 4 ERs, which is going to be pretty amazing, especially in a game mode like Sim. You get a ton of variety, you get a ton of stealth, especially long-range stealth when you're using the IRST and the 27ET, and basically you got that. When it comes to the Su-27, to be fairly honest with you, the plane performs really good, and it's really not that much of a shock since you can see how these planes perform in real life in air shows. So at least you got that as an anchor point. When it comes to maneuverability, it is fantastic, always wants to pull up. The plane is a literal wing, like, dude, the plane is just wanting to gain lift every time you gain a little bit of speed, which is something fantastic. You can lose all of it in one turn, don't get me wrong. These planes, these like good later, well, not later, but good 4th gen jets, they can lose their energy pretty fast, and that's something that you have to account for. Except for the F-15, that thing will be a good great fighter. I know that a lot of people are saying that the Su-27 is the most broken thing ever in War Thunder. It really is not. People thought that about the MiG-29. They flew the MiG-29, especially with R-60s, and they basically figured out that all of this hype, all of this performance that everybody's talking about is overshadowed by the American planes, especially the F-16s. And don't get me wrong, the F-16 Block 10, the F-16As, those planes are extremely good. They can even outperform the C in terms of maneuverability, and they definitely outperform the C in terms of maneuverability. And I've tried the AJ against the Su-27, and let me tell you, it gave it a run for its money. Moving over to the Gripen, one of the most anticipated planes that everybody wants, basically. We're going to get two Grippins. The A version is going to be for the Swedish tech tree, and the C version is going to be for the British tech tree. I don't understand why, I don't know, the birthplace of the Grippin gets the A version and the British get the C version. I honestly don't understand why, but it's War Thunder. Like, Gaijin does Gaijin things, and we have to deal with the consequences, I guess. In terms of flight performance, the thing on the dev server at least gets an extra 20 kilonewtons of thrust, and that explains why it's keeping its energy extremely well. I don't know if War Thunder is going to change that on the main server, or they have some documents that we don't know about. The plane feels like a dream to fly, and it's perfect. Like, it is absolutely competitive. Sure, it doesn't have good BVR capabilities, but I said this to my friends before when they asked me about the Grippin and how it's going to verse the F-15s and the SUs, and I was like, hey, listen, that plane is not going to be the most amazing dogfighter or the most amazing overall air-to-air plane there is. It's going to excel in the multi-role, because let's face it, the Grippin got overshadowed by the F-15 and the Su-27, and that's something a little bit sad. But like I said, in the multi-role, the plane will be an absolute nightmare to deal with in ground battles, and at least the Swedes get something pretty good. Another thing that the Grippin can get is a different loadout of weaponry that we currently don't have. Like, the plane can absolutely be really good at the air-to-air role, because it can get access to air-to-air missiles such as the Derby. They can get access to the MRAM. They can get access to the IRST. Like, the plane can excel in the air-to-air role, but due to the balance reasons and due to War Thunder moving slow, we're not getting like the Fox 3s or the Fox 2s that this plane, well, should get, which makes it an absolute menace. But overall, the Grippin is an absolute dream to fly, and I really did not expect it. Now, the hidden beast out of all these aircraft that is coming is going to be the Mirage 4000. The Mirage 4000 is a little bit of a shock for me, since, well, there is only one plane made. One singular one. And it's fine. I mean, War Thunder has done this before. You can take a look at the Yak 141. It's literally a prototype. Never got finished because the Soviet Union got dissolved by the time that they were making it. And yeah, I mean, they could do stuff like this, and I really do not mind it. The Mirage 4000, though, it got upgraded with 8 air-to-air missiles on the dev server. It can carry 8 Magics now, which is absolutely fantastic. And I'm saying that Gaijin with a 4K, like, it's a work in progress for them. Like, the thing can carry up to 12 missiles, if I'm correct. And in the future, it can get access to mecha missiles, and that's going to be absolutely fantastic. But currently, we don't have them. When it comes to the performance, though, the thing is crazy. Let me tell you that the Mirage 4000 is one of the best dogfighters that I've ever flown in War Thunder. It outperforms the Su-27 so much that it is mind-boggling. Basically, it can do everything that the Su-27 can do in a dogfight, just way better. And this brings us to the end of the video. Guys, I hope that you enjoyed the video itself, and tell me what you think about these planes in the comments down below. Anyway, guys, I'll see you on the next one.